African lake on another switch here. You can see a very winding river moving out of the picture lower left. It's got an Amazon feel to it. Here is a thunderhead. The typical look of the thunderheads, big rainstorms that develop over the Amazon basin. And another one coming in top right. All the green in the middle of the picture now is rainforest. Even if it isn't the Amazon, we can be sure it is rainforest because of the broad, consistent green and the lack of obvious towns or roads. So it's possible it's the Congo rainforest too, but probably the Amazon by how long we're moving over this rainforest.
And again, important to note with the vast amount of rainforest that the spacecraft's moving at 5 miles a second, or about 17,400 miles an hour as this imagery is taken. I guess traversing a continent in really a few minutes.
Well, if you go around the world in 90 minutes, then yes, you traverse a continent quite quickly. Here's obviously a major river. Maybe not quite as big as there's an even bigger one coming into the picture on the right. That looks to me like it could well be the Amazon River with one of its big tributaries on the left. And the flow would seem to be from the bottom of the picture to the top, since these big rivers all converge on the Amazon River. And again, you see the light wisps of cloud on the top, on the left side of the picture being the high cloud, and the bright popcorn cumulus, as we call it, as the brighter cloud. There's a very, very wiggly, smaller river in the middle of the picture right now. This must be the Amazon, James, considering that we've been flying over a rainforest for this long, and that, of course, is the biggest one on the planet, the biggest continuous rainforest. A river coming in at the top right, again, extremely meandering river. It's hard to recognize the rivers of the Amazon and the Congo because we see them so seldom because of cloud cover.
Would this be considered a fairly clear day?
Yeah, indeed. Interestingly so, because otherwise they just wouldn't have bothered. This is about as clear as it would ever get, so we would enjoy these photographs. More high cirrus coming in on the right.
And I know you have been working with the astronauts for well, at least 20 years, I know, but how long have you been with them?
It's almost exactly 20 years in a couple of months' time.
And I feel compelled to ask you, after looking at those hundreds of thousands of images and working with all the flights that you have and the imagery that you have, do you still find things new on the Earth below when you study it?
It's amazing, but one does, yes. You keep seeing new things. I think the biggest source of newness recently was the more detailed lenses that are used, the longer focal length lenses, which seem to show, sometimes we feel a whole new planet. We thought we knew it quite well, except for the rainforests. And now there's a whole bunch of new detail, new relationships, new geometries that we hadn't been very much aware of before. Yeah.
It's fascinating.
A whole planet full of newness.
So it's not a subject really that gets old.
Not by any means. Well, not for some of us anyway.
Well, and I know that astronauts, since they first began flying in space, have always been captivated by the views out the window and unerringly report that as one of the favorite features of their flights when they return.
I think so, yeah. There's an open patch in the middle of the picture, lower middle right now, probably as a result of agricultural developments in the rainforest, and coming in on the right again as well. We've been crossing this rainforest for a long time now. This is real time speed in a sense. new continent. This looks like a southern continent, a dry southern tropical